Hey there, it's Chris Pre with a Motivational Monday, and it's going to be a little different twist today. I love giving you guys something different to look at, and specifically, here's what I know is going on right now. Because of the time of year, and it doesn't matter if you're seeing this in mid-year or end of the year, but because of the time of the year, the message I want to get out is real simple. Prior to our year end, as a private associate community, I had some thoughts because our purpose as a company is to empower individuals and families to create the life of their dreams. And if that's the case, I said, all right, we have to up our game a little bit. And I want to make sure every single person has the opportunity to do that. That's why they're in the community. I don't think, maybe one or two exceptions, but I don't think in the last several years we have shared with you anything we do on the private associate mastermind call. What I want to show you here is a clip from the year end, the 30th of December, year-end clip where I was speaking to the associates because I feel absolutely passionate about having you personally be in the Wicked Smart community if you're not already. And that's the majority of you, clearly. So enjoy this clip, and then I've got some important thoughts for you towards the back end. All right, guys, it's Chris Pre. First of all, happy New Year's Eve. I wanted to make sure I shot a quick video before Zach and team hit the three major items to help you guys make the 22 your best year ever. And by the way, why not? I know I'm going to say some things that you've heard 8,000 times in your life and sometimes more. Why not make 2022 your best year? Now, I say that, but here's a fact. I think it was David Nurse, when I interviewed him just a few days ago, said he called the day something, and I won't try to quote him, but he said by January 9th, 98% to 100% of people forget their New Year's resolutions or their goals, don't act upon them, and don't think about them again. January freaking 9th. So here we are on the 30th of December, and we truly want to help you make 2022 the best year ever, right? So I got a couple thoughts for you. Yes, Zach and team are going to talk to you about the three things to help you do that. There are loads, but we're going to focus this down. We're going to niche this down to strategy, clarity, and habits. Let me tell you first that I rack my brain constantly, mostly weekends and when I'm off, so that when I'm not in the grind. But I rack my brain, frankly, and this is what I want to come to you guys about tonight, about what stops some of you from succeeding at the highest freaking level. I mean, health, finances, deals, physical, mental, the whole bit. Because I know what's on top of mind now, and I know everybody's going, oh, this weekend will be great, and I'll use it to reset. Well, why not reset all the time? Why not reset when you know you might be a little off? Why not reset tonight? How about Happy New Year tonight? Forget the two Eves coming up, right? Here's a question for you. I've got a bunch here, and I hope you take notes, because then Zach and team are going to load you up too. Are you super, super clear right now about 2022? Here's why I asked that. Last week, we had our offsite. Greg and Cami Gausher, Brian O'Neill, and our entire team were there. I share that with you because they're part of your community as well, the Wicked Smart community. And after that offsite, pointedly, I said, I'll wait to the offsite. After the offsite, I knew I'd be more clear. And I came home all weekend. I wrote out the rest of my 12-31-22 statement, my future statement. If you're not in high six and you know what that means, you write out as if it already happened. It's 12-31-22. You accomplished all of this. You look forward. You accomplished all of it. Now, I already did that coming out of the offsite. And literally tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, I will take that from my journal that I wrote and I will record it on my iPhone. Every single morning since last January, I've been listening to the future statement of 20-31-21. Okay? So I encourage you guys all to do that. Now, why am I sharing that? I always try to give you our personal stories as well when we make some points here, because we don't ever throw something at you guys that we don't practice, engage in, immerse ourselves in. So I guess my question for you is, along this clarity thing, is did you do that? Did you finish your 12-31-22 statement yet? If you didn't, please do it before Sunday. Please, for yourself, your family's sake, and for all those categories I mentioned, financial sake, etc., please do that. Now, I included in mine all kinds of things. I'm not going to read it to you. Some of it's very personal. But I included daily habits that'll make my 12-31-22 happen. Did you? Or will you if you didn't do this yet? We have the Power of One Daily Discipline chart, right? It's in the QLS program for you. How many of you have that filled out already for the new year? See, here's the deal, guys. The story of that came from a Mastermind group in the 1990s. We were all top producers and we would talk every week. And one of the guys, Michael Darter, he's still in Florida and he's still cranking out hundreds of homes as a realtor. He said, hey guys, I got this figured out. In a nutshell, he said, if I just do what I'm supposed to do every day, if we as a group do what we're supposed to do every day, if we win each day, we'll win our year. He said it so matter-of-factly that from that point on, I created the Power of One Daily Discipline Chart. And I said, okay, if you just wrote your 12/31/22 statement, right? You just wrote it. Okay, well, what the heck do you got to do going forward to make that happen on a daily basis? It's not brain science. And then you hold yourself accountable and you let someone else hold you accountable. Okay, let's keep going here. Since that offsite, I confirmed my accountability partners for the year. Did you? I called Stephen Westner as one of them. I say, hey, we on, buddy? We're going to be doing this all year? I want to clamp down on how hard we are on each other. I want to get super clear on our one needle mover. I want to hammer it this year. And we're both driven. So he's like, I'm in. So did you do that? I was on 2 high 6 calls this week, and one of the calls, 2 of the members said, what is that? That blew me away. That means I screwed up. And I haven't talked about you having an accountability partner enough. So if you have questions on that, Zach will address that for you here. Now, let me talk about being clear actually a little bit. And Kami and Greg know this because, again, they're in the meeting, and Brian knows this. And I hope they comment on this when they're on the rest of this call with Zach. We left that 2-day offsite for Smart Real Estate Coach, not the other 10, 12, 14 other entities, just Smart Real Estate Coach. We have as a company 3 priorities for the entire year. Talk about clarity. 3. Do you know how many projects and other things that will be worked on at the same time? But the high priority items, the ones that are going to move the needle the most if we pull the lever, we have 3. That's it. So today on our Mastermind calls with the high 6, I'm filming this on a day that I just ended calls, I said to 2 of them, hey, just one priority I want you to have for the next trimester. Just one. One clear, powerful needle mover. And if you're new and you didn't do a deal yet, guess what yours is? I'll help you out here. Phone calls. It's not your software. It's not spreadsheets. It's none of that crap. It's phone calls. And then predictably take the numbers that have worked since 2013 and put those into play. And predictably go get deals. Okay? Yes, it works in your market. I got this week, and I don't know if you're on, so I'm not going to call you out by name. But this week, for the second time from this individual, he tried to tell me that it doesn't work in his market. It's a bunch of shit because I listened to his phone calls, and his phone calls 100% told me why it's not working for him. Doesn't want to do the work. Doesn't even want to be on the phone. You stay scripted. You follow our math. This is predictable. Now, back to the topic. What are your 3 top things? You guys, we did ours for 2022. Pick 3. And then what do you have to do first on that list in the first trimester of 22? We go trimester, you might go quarterly. In this first 3 or 4 months of 22, what do you have to do if you have your 3 top for 22? You have your year-end statement for 22. You're super clear on that. Your coach helped you. One of us helped you. Kami and Greg, someone helped you. Then, what do you have to do to move closer to that? You know. So, okay, so which one of those is going to be first trimester or first quarter, right? It's not brain science. I will tell you that our family team, our coaches, and guys, this goes without saying, and I don't know if they're even going to be on this call, Kami and Greg, but when I tell you that they're committed to helping you guys succeed, they're committed to helping the coaches succeed, to help you succeed at a level that our team hasn't seen yet. And so we welcome them. You guys are amazing if you're on the call. And if they're not on the call, they're amazing. So we're all here. They're here. Our family team's here. Our coaches are here. Our dream team members that I bring to the mastermind calls for the high 6, they're here. And all the active members, active I define as they've done 3 or more deals. They're all here to help you. But here's the gut check, guys. And again, I've got some energy going around this because there is no reason why each one of you guys can't cap out in 2022 or 2023. I don't want you to beat on yourself, but there's no reason why you can't. When I said they're here to help you, we're here to help you. You got to want it. You got to show you freaking want it. Effort for effort. You got to act on it. You got to act on your plan. This is not about us doing deals for you. I think Brian O'Neill said that so perfectly several calls. Like this isn't, we don't have a silver platter. We'll show you the exact path. We'll show you the predictability. We'll do all that. But you got to act on it. You got to stay clear. You're going to get curveballs, guys. We talked today on a coaching call for High Six, myself, Kimmy, Greg, and Brian, and Michael McCready's, and we talked about a major curveball that our team had on one deal, and their eyes went, "You got to be kidding me!" Like there was yet another story that I shared that our team goes through that they hadn't heard. Okay, let's continue. You got to be accountable. I mentioned it earlier, and I saved this one for last. You got to be in integrity. You know, one of our values is operating all transactions with the highest integrity. That's just not about a deal. You know what integrity is in my book? It's simple. There's all little nuances to this definition. It's us doing what we say we'll do. It's you doing what you say you'll do. You wrote in the questionnaire when you joined, because we accepted you into this wicked, smart, amazing community. You wrote that you're coachable. You wrote that you'll do whatever it takes. You put in there what your goals were. Now it's time to be in integrity and actually step up for 2022. And by the way, forget about 21. It's gone. Don't beat yourself up. That's a bunch of hogwash. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel bad for yourself. No one does. Let's get you into 2022 mode. Now, when you do that, I promise you, we got your back. You got that? When you do all those things I just said, I know some of you might go, "Oh, that's work." No, it's not. It's an obsession that is necessary to have you live the life of your dreams. All right, but you know what the scary part is? What you write and think about and spend time on and track for 2022. In other words, the very thing I told you to do, hey, write your future statement, and then all the things I told you to get there, what you write for that plan is the highest that you'll go. Now, this is scary for a second. I want you to think about this. I shared at the offsite, and I usually have aha moments during our offsites. We all do. They're amazing events. And what I shared one morning is I said, you know what's amazing? As I sit here today, we're trying to buy out one of our competitors. If he has the right brain on during his decision process, you're going to hear about in the next year or two somebody that we bought out. The tie to this is, if you had me write that in 2013, if you were my coach and you said, "Come on, think bigger, think bigger, think bigger. This is as high as you can go, think bigger." And I wrote that, we could have done that years ago. But see, my brain wasn't there yet. I didn't have someone prodding me. So if it seems like I'm pushing, I am. Because whatever you write for the end of 22 is as high as you're going to go. That's a scary thought for some of you. So think bigger. Think huge. I always say think huge. Add a 0. Add 2 zeros to your goal. Now you guys think I'm kidding. Think about this for a second. Add 2 zeros right now to your goal. Do you go, "Holy shit, I couldn't do that"? Then rethink it. Add 2 zeros and think, what if I could? What if it were easy to do that? Why don't you just get your brain thinking about that? What if it was easy? There's a thought. By the way, if you added a 0 or 2 to your goal, you'd upgrade tonight. I hate to say it, but you'd upgrade tonight. If you go on the members channel and you see the clip from Peter Taunton talking to the High Six people, Brian O'Neill coming with a list of questions about his life and business that he wanted Peter to answer. When you see that type of stuff, that's game changing. And if you would just think bigger, you'd go find the resources, or you'd come to us and say, "Hey, make this work for me. Like, how do I do a payment plan?" Like, or a combination, because you know for certain you can get there. Now, I'll end on this note because Zach's probably ready to kill me now and wants to talk. Some of you feel afraid right now. I get it. Here's a question. How do you want to feel on 12/31/22? Do you want to feel like we just come off that offsite going, "Wow, it's amazing"? We came off our property meeting going, "This is so cool." Or do you want to say, "Shit, I'm where I was last year"? Chris said, at the beginning of the year, by the 9th of the year, people kind of abandon their goals. I want you to feel empowered, ecstatic, etc. You got about, exactly a day, 24 hours left for you to upgrade to a level that's going to get you to where you want to go. You know if it's you. If some of you are tinkering 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours a week, and you know and want to forever be part-time, and you're at the starter level, awesome. Maybe that's the best level for you. But if you say, "I want what some of those other people have," you just got to do what they did. Again, this is not brain science, okay? You got a day left. I want to hear from you if you're interested if you're open to learning more about High Six and you want me to show you why the pathway for you works. I'm open to that chat. But you got to be serious and committed about it, okay? I want to have high-level chats with you. Doesn't mean you need to come with a game plan. It means you need to come serious with like a burning desire and your 12/31 statement like ready to go for 2022. I'm happy to chat with you. Brian O'Neill wants to chat with you. So schedule some strategy calls, guys, and let's make 2022 the best year ever. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. It was sort of private, and then myself and Ryan got together and said, hey, let's go ahead and put this out there because we want you to be empowered in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, let me say this to you. I'm going to make some bold statements here. There is no doubt that if you decide to engage with us, we will help you create the life of your dreams, starting with 2022, but it goes way beyond that because it's not just about doing a deal, as you probably heard me say. What I will promise you is this, or better yet, why don't I ask you this for a gut check? Let you decide. The last 10 years for you, or the last 5, whatever you want to visualize, has probably gone like this, right? For everyone, just a blink. And my question, my gut check for you is, if it does that for the next 5 or 10, and you're at the same place you are now, are you okay with that? I don't know the answer. I don't know you. But what I will do for you is I'll offer you a free strategy call so that together we can decide what your next 5 to 10 years looks like. Yes, 5 to 10 years, not just this year. So you can look back, remember this video, and then eventually remember our chat that I'm going to invite you to have with us and say, I am so glad I did that. My life has never looked the same. That's what associates are saying. So don't prejudge yourself. Don't prejudge us. Go ahead and go to smartrealestatecoach.com/action. You're going to have a strategy call with Brian O'Neill, who is exactly where some of you are right now, back when he started with the community, 0 experience. And if you're serious and committed enough, he'll elevate that, and you and I will be talking personally. And I can't wait to show you what the next 3, 5, and 10 years might look like for you. All you got to do is commit. smartrealestatecoach.com/action.